أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Salamun alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I hope all of you are doing well. It's the final few days of Shahr Ramadan, and we know Eid is around the corner, and all of our focus is now on Eid. What we'll be having for our Eid breakfast, what gifts we'll be getting for Eid. But before we go on to that, I just want to remind ourselves that Shahr Ramadan is a very, very important month, and it's a very beautiful month. And we have a final few days to be able to make the most of this month. I just wanted to make sure that when we are focusing on Eid, we do not forget about these last few days of Shahr Ramadan and try and make the most of it. A simple example that I want to give. When we're playing our games, for example, if we're playing a car racing game, during the race we're one of the last cars, then all of a sudden we get this option to upgrade our car or to get some boosters so that we can drive faster or be able to overtake our opponents. And we take that opportunity and as a result we zoom past everyone and we win the race. Month of Ramadan is a similar concept, whereby it's such an amazing month where everything that we do is being multiplied multifold, and it helps us to be able to boost ourselves so that we can improve ourselves and become much better. So just wanted to remind ourselves that these last few days, I know Eid is around the corner and we're excited about Eid, but just let us try and make the most of these last few days of Shahr Ramadan. Tonight is the 27th night, and it's also Laylatul Qadr, one of the recommended nights where we said that it could be Laylatul Qadr. Previously, during Laylatul Qadr on the 23rd night, we went through all the a'mal, and we went through how we can improve our lives, and we wrote some resolutions. And it's very important to be able to fulfill those resolutions and act on them. If we haven't done that, then this is a perfect opportunity for us to be able to write our resolutions, just so that we can improve ourselves and be able to make the most of this time. But what resolutions do we make? What resolutions have we written? One of my resolutions was to become the best person I can be in the next year. And what does that mean? Every aspect of my life, I want to try and become the best. Everything that I do, I want to do it the best way. For example, with our parents, I want to treat them the best way. I want to be the best at helping my parents. And how do I do that? By listening to them, by making them happy, by doing as they tell us to, by giving them gifts, by giving them, for example, when it's iftar time, we give them something to break their iftar, just to make them happy at all times. Another thing that I could be the best is be the best brother or sister. If we have siblings, then we try and aim to become the best at looking after our siblings, teaching them Quran, helping them with their work, looking after each other, not quarreling. Or another way to become the best is become the best at my school or at my schoolwork. When we're given work at school, when we're learning new things, we make sure that we learn it quickly and be able to understand it, pass our exams with flying colors. So we need to make sure that we excel in everything. Another way that I can become the best that I can is become the best at Quran, for example. This whole month we've been going through so many Quran lessons, reciting so much Quran. We should now try and constantly improve and become the best at reciting Quran. Another thing we can be the best at is talking to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember a few weeks back we mentioned about loving Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and trying to make Him our best friend. And how do we do that? We start our day with His name, by talking to Him. Anything that we do, we start with Bismillah. We end our day by talking to Him. Just talking to Him throughout the day, just so that He knows what we're doing and we can relate to Him. The other thing that we can be the best at is be the best companion or be the best servant of our 12th Imam. Make sure that we have that relationship with our Imam of our time. Say salam to our Imam every time, every day we wake up, and try and talk to him. And these are just a few examples, but it can be anything else in our life. Anything that we do, whether it's play sports, or whether we like painting or drawing or reciting Quran. Anything that we do, we need to make sure that we try and become the best at what we do. Now with these final few days of month of Ramadan, we need to as I said, we need to make the most of this time. And I'll give you a small example on why it's important to make the most of this time. We've seen firemen, and what do? They put out fires. But for them to be able to be good at putting out fires, they need to go through a lot of training and practice. So before they actually go out to a real situation where a house is on fire or a building is on fire, they need to have practiced and trained. One of the initial ways of practicing, they wouldn't go out to a real fire and practice and try and see how good they are. They have to make sure that they're practicing in a controlled environment, that no other things can give a nasty surprise to them. So that way they build their confidence, they build their skills, and then slowly they are released into the open world and be able to save people. So the same way in month of Ramadan, we are told that shaitan is locked up. So when shaitan is locked up, that means he's not whispering to us, or he's not giving us bad thoughts or bad intentions. So that means we are with our own selves, and we have the perfect opportunity to be able to improve ourselves and work on our resolutions. So we've written down all our resolutions that we want to be the best at each and everything that we want to do. Now these last few days are the perfect opportunity for us to be able to apply what we've written and what we want to do into our daily lives. Because shaitan is not there to distract us. We are there, we are doing our practice drills before we go out and in the real world, and shaitan is released, and then there's so many distractions. But by then we'll be strong enough to be able to firefight and be able to become the best at what we do. The final thing that I wanted to speak about is that the month of Ramadan is like baking brownies. And what do I mean by that? When we're baking brownies, we need the correct ingredients, we need the right quantity, we need the right concentration to mix the ingredients properly. We need the right amount of time and concentration to allow the brownies to bake properly. And once they're ready, they're so delicious, and the aroma is so nice, and they taste really nice. So in the same way, when during Shahr Ramadan, we need to make sure, for us to become the best at what we do, and to become the best people, we need to make sure that everything is right. So in Shahr Ramadan, we perform the a'mals the correct way. We have the perfect amount of concentration for the a'mals to have an effect on us. We also take a look at ourselves and improve ourselves to become better people. Once we do that during Shahr Ramadan, then we come out on Eid day all freshly baked and with nice fragrance, with nice aroma about ourselves, and we're new people because we have worked on ourselves, and we are freshly baked and very delicious. There is a saying that says that be like the flour that when it's crushed still gives scent to the hand. So the same way, just like a brownie, we need to make sure that we have worked on ourselves so that we can be that type of person that spreads that fragrance, that's nice sweet smell of the brownie, that is delicious and joyful for people, whoever comes across the brownie. So the same way, we need to be those type of people that when people are around us, or friends and family around us, they enjoy our company, they really benefit from our company. Come Eid day, we have practiced our resolutions so that we are that lovely set of brownies that we can offer ourselves to our friends and family. As Imam Ali alayhi salam says, that every day that we do not sin is a day of Eid. So let us make sure that we use these last few days of Shahr Ramadan to really improve ourselves and really become the best at everything that we do, so that once shaitan is free, that does not have any effect on us, and we are the perfect brownies, and we can offer the perfect brownies to our friends, our family, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Let us all remember each other in these final few days of Shahr Ramadan. Let us all pray that we can make the most of these last few days of Shahr Ramadan, so that we can offer the perfect brownies to our friends, our families, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.